What's the chow, Chinchows? JoesphGames here. Welcome back to another episode of The Sims Medieval. In the last episode, we did some things. We actually killed a bear. We went to the village and we learned about a protest that was going on in the village. How about the conditions of the village? The village had became overpopulated and they were not well fed, so we decided to improve the conditions of the village. And in today's episode, we're going to continue on doing that. But first off, before we get into this episode, we need to go and write a peace treaty with the rest of our nations. And we also need to start our timer, so let's start the timer. So that's what we're going to do. These little daily routines you have a certain amount of time. And at this moment in time, there's a red glow behind one of my goals for today. So if we don't get this done in the next 2 hours, we ain't going to be getting this done at all. And we're going to be less focused. So this needs to be done. So let's get this done and let's write a peace treaty, because otherwise, if we don't write this peace treaty, it's going to be annoying and we'll lose focus and then we won't be able to kill any rats today, because we need to kill some rats. So today's question of the day for you guys is, trying to figure out one for actually is a really good idea, but I'm not sure as of yet. I want to go with something that you guys might not. What do you remember from your childhood? Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys remember from your childhood. If you, like, are a child, you might remember some earlier things. For me, I don't remember a lot of things about my childhood. There are some stories I will not tell you guys about my childhood, because I do have some dark histories on my life that I would prefer not to have, especially some of my days from schools. But I do remember a lot of good things from my childhood. I mean, for example, I remember coming home from school every day, getting my homework done, and then playing like Transport Tycoon until it was bedtime, because Transport Tycoon was one of my favourite games of all time. It's just such a good game, and it's just so I just so much love playing Transport Tycoon. Just such an amazing game. I wish I could play it for you guys, but I'm not exactly sure you guys would see what I saw. Kill rats. I'm not exactly sure you guys would see what I saw in Transport Tycoon. It's a good game. It's a really good game. If you've never played if you've never heard of Transport Tycoon before, go and research it. Go and look at Google. I might do a Let's Play of it, say maybe one day on this channel. I don't know. It really depends on how well it actually go over on the channel, because in fact this is one of my favourite games from my childhood, and just like The Sims here, I can melt away hours playing that game, and I wouldn't know where the time went. And it's the same with The Sims. Like any version of The Sims, I can melt away hours. I could literally just waste the entire afternoon and most of the evening, and before I've realised it's 2 AM in the morning, and I started playing this at like 8 in the afternoon, 8 in the morning, and then I played till like 2 AM. So it's possible to do that with. But Pokemon, I know that like I can't play forever. But with the things like The Sims, you just get hooked, and it's so good. I don't understand why, but you just do with some games, and that's just one of my things. I really do get hooked on some games. So yeah, Sims would be one of those games. Transport Tycoon is another one of those games that I remember a lot about me coming home and playing Transport Tycoon like until like bedtime, and that was just so good. Because I had a PC in my room and everything. My mum only called me down for like to do my homework and to eat my food for tea time, so that's literally the only time I saw my mum, when I was like 7 or 8 years old, which is annoying, but my mum probably got pretty much annoyed by that, but you know, my mum is okay with that. I've loved video games ever since a young age. That's what that's proven. And I'm 27 years old now, and I've still could play the video games I had when I was a kid. So let's speed this up already, because I think we just made it to the village. So let's speed this up. Hopefully we won't get destroyed by these rats. Anyway, I think we've done it. I've never seen so many rats. The way the villagers are eyeing the corpses, you think the food problem will be solved too. I hope that's the worst of the village's woes. So I think I've sorted out the situation. So I need to go and discuss the state of the village now with Hamfest. So let's return back to play mode and let's do that. Let's go and find Hamfest. And let's speed this up so we can get back to the castle, because we're further away from the castle. So let's speed this up a bit, and we'll go and find Hamfest. So the question of the day for you guys today is, what do you remember from your childhood? Let me know in the comment section down below what your memories of your childhood are. I really want to know. I actually kind of like remembering things from when I was a child. I'd love to show you guys some of my old photos from when I was a kid, but you wouldn't recognize it as me, and that's really cool. Anyway, I had you all wrong, Joseph. If I received word that the village has been made as a matter of an accurate turnaround thanks to your help. You have protected your people, Lord Joseph. You like a good proper king. Like a good and proper king. Okay. Not even bad. I've protected my people. And oh, I'm done. Alright. That was rather easy then. I could have finished that off in the last episode again. So, once in a while, situations pop up that the king just had to step up and handle himself. And handle it he did. Open revolt and had been averted, and order had been restored. And the ends justify the means. Of course they did. Did you see those ends? And those are pretty good ends. So we've also got to level 5 as a king now, and that's pretty cool as well. I'll explain what the benefits of getting to level 5 are. Now, congratulations, Joseph has reached the monarchy level 5. Review your Simology tab to receive to review personal benefits. Okay, so what we got here? Level 5 benefits. Mortal Blow special combat has been unlocked. We also got the Furious Onslaught, and our fighting proficiency has increased. Alright, so that's pretty cool. So, what is the next quest for us? I think we need to expand our kingdom. And I think the best way to do that, since we have like 80 points now, would be to build a church. So let's build a church. I think I want to build this church. A Peasterian monastery, which only costs us 10, so that'd be pretty cool to put here. So let's build one that is furnished. Let's build one that's... Can we build one that's unfurnished and then see how much it would take to fix it up? Actually, what does the village need? What do we need? Culture. Yeah, we need culture. Culture and knowledge. And culture would come from when I was having a church. And so does knowledge. So let's do this. Let's build an unfurnished one. And then we'll enter kingdom mode. We'll enter building mode, and we'll see if we can fix it up. So can I fix it up? Kingdom mode. No, I can't fix it up in the state it is right now. I need to build a new priest so that I can fix it up. So let's build a new priest. Let's make a new priest.
Imza.
And we need to figure out what we need this priest to be. I want voice 1. Maybe higher pitched. Okay. We need to be older than that, but still young. Because I'm trying to make. I feel like what I should do here. We should make Sabrina from the psychic type gym leader from Kanto, because that's one of the things about this game. I'm trying to make it like. I'm trying to make it the Kingdom of Kanto, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make Sabrina here. So I will see what I can do. See if we can make Sabrina. I might actually see if I can put a picture of her up somewhere so I can actually figure out what I need to do to get her to look like what I need. in Sims version, you know, Sims version of Sabrina. That's what I want here. So I'm gonna see what I can do. Well, hopefully I might be able to find some, I might be able to get something good here. I mean, I might make some characters off screen as well. So I'm going. I might get some my like. Let me see what we can do here. So I'm going to make a cut. I would make a cut, but the fact is, I'm not going to you know, it's all part of one session, so I can't make a cut. Plus, I'm recording this on XSplit, so that's also not possible to make a cut. So let me see what I can do in this situation. Let's see if we can go on Chrome. Where is my Chrome app? There it is. So I'm going to go on my phone and see if we can find a picture of Sabrina so we can do this. Bulbapedia. There we go, Bulbapedia. And let's see if we can bring up Bulbapedia in here. Not exactly sure we'll be able to do it, but like we might be able to do it. Okay, go. There we go. That's better. Trying to scroll when you're like on the. No, I might try and do this off screen, so I don't actually have to worry about too much. But I don't know. Games. I don't know if this is actually going to work though. That's the thing. Live, trying to do this live, trying to create people live is really hard. So I don't actually know if it's going to work. Fire red, leaf green. But we will honestly see. I'm actually looking forward to seeing if we can make Sabrina here. I think she were something like that anyway. So characters, and then we need to find Sabrina. And that should do us. That'd be really cool, because I want to have like Lieutenant Surge as our knight in this kingdom, and I want to try and make Ash be our bard, and maybe like have Professor Oak as our doctor, and that'd be really cool. So she has black hair. Okay. And green eyes, if I remember correctly. Sabrina has green eyes. So let's see what we can do with Sabrina. You have dark hair. Sort of. I wish it was like lighter. It's not that dark, but like it's kind of dark. And it's longer than that, but not too long. You know, she doesn't have a lot of hair. Yeah, that's probably about it. Yeah, let's go with that hair. Yeah, let's go with this one. Okay. And as for her outfit, let's sort that out. So I need to have a red dress with white pair of trousers. That's what I need. And my phone's gone off because like I leave it alone for 30 seconds and it goes off. That's my phone for you. It's kind of awful at doing that, but we will honestly see if I can do this. So I want a sort of light purple. There you go, something like that. And there, a bit darker than that. There you go. And then we want some white trousers. And that should... yeah, white trousers, and that should probably do it. With a black bit at the top being the exact same colour, being black. Yeah, there we go, put that black. There we go. That looks a bit like it. That looks a bit more like a... I can deal with that. I'm saying she should be our priest because of the fact that she's a psychic type trainer, and you know, the mind is all about religion, and the mind is sort of the same thing in a way. So she should be our church person, I believe. So let's name her Sabrina. So S-A-B I-N R-I-N, isn't it? R-I-N-A. There we go, Sabrina. And guess we can name her like after a city. So I'll give her a last name of like Saffron, because I don't know Sabrina's last name. So I'll call her Saffron. There we go, Sabrina Saffron. And I'm guessing she has like a deeper voice.
Nevahalamine. Teshima Narif. Meslehan Zensa. Tarusin Kursi. Weymeth Arminage.
Yeah, let's go with voice 3. She probably has a deeper voice, but like it's probably the best I can do. She's a bit more muscly than that, a bit still a bit, yeah, around about there. Now we just need to add her traits. So let's see what we can do for her traits. I don't think she's evil. No, she's probably not evil. I don't actually know what Sabrina's traits would be. Solitary? Yeah, solitary. She likes to keep to herself. That's one of her things, if I remember correctly. Also, vain would be a thing too, I think. Although, not exactly sure. She likes to keep to herself. Maybe earthly. Yeah, let's go with this one. And then we need to have a fatal flaw. What is her fatal flaw? What is Sabrina's fatal flaw? I think Sabrina's fatal flaw should be some habitus. Yeah, I think habitus is something she should have. So let's go with that one, and there we go. That is Sabrina. So I'm going to save, and we're going to bring her back out. So there is our church person. Sabrina is going to be our church person, and we're going to furnish her church. So here is our church. It actually kind of looks rather nice at this moment in time. I can't delete it. Can I like buy a better one? Because I know there's like professions. Professions. No, you can't buy a better one of those. Alright, that's fine. So I need to build something in here. I need to build something in here. Craft. There we go. Priests need to have one of those in their church. Oh, but you already do have one. That's cool, and I don't need one. I guess we probably just need more seats in here, and then... yeah, we need more seats in here, and then we can have more people be able to sit down and come in for the church. So let's have more people. Let's have some seats. Love seats or bench? More benches. That's what we need. And then if we have like two sides, you know, that's like a weddings. That's like what you have for weddings. And if we have like 3 rows, It's an outdoor that's an outdoor bench. Okay, so that's that one. And then there's pews as well. Cool. So if we have like 3 rows of pews and benches, we should be fine here. And if we could actually turn that round so it's actually facing the rest of the way the other ones are, that'd be really cool. And then 1 more row. And then maybe some carpet in the middle. That's what we should go for. I know it's kind of boring to do this, but like it needs sorting. It needs. We need to make sure we have a kingdom. So our kingdom is well balanced. So we're going to make some carpet in the middle now. Let's go with some carpet. Yeah, red carpet. And make it black. This carpet is good for that. Yeah, that is good carpet. And then we can have another piece of the same carpet going to the back of the church. Okay. And then this needs to be under the exact same design as the other one, which is not, sadly. Can I change the design? Doesn't look like I can do that, so let me build this again and then we'll change the design. There we go, and then transfer it there. There we go. That is our church. All nicely sorted. And then we need some like curtains. I think curtains would be really cool behind the windows. Or there, maybe. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. If we put the curtains there and we put our plinth there, that actually looks like a good church. Yeah. That looks like a good church. So I think that should do it. Yeah. That should also that should do it. That looks pretty awesome. That looks like a good church. So I think that'll do us for a church. I know one thing we do need to sort out. I know, don't like the bed. I do not like that bed. We need a better quality bed. That is one of the things I need to sort out like right now. So bed. That'll do as the bed. Is that? Oh, that's all as one. So that's important too. That's where we work on our important priest documents. So that's important. There's our cauldron, and we need a larder. That's one of the things we need. We need a larder in here as well. So if we get a larder, that should probably do us. Dressers, chests, and where's the larders? That's a bookshelf. But the bookshelf would be pretty cool to have. So let's put one of those in the church, so that way we have some like hymns and stuff. We have the hymn books ready for people to have. I'm guessing like we still need to have hymn books and stuff like that. I don't really know too much about churches in this game. I think that's probably it though. Profession. Domestic, there we go. And there's a larder. That's cool. Now we have a larder. And that is all we need. Is there any like small larders? No, there's no. I think there's like the only other one is this Froststone one, but like we don't need that one. That's totally fine. And so that should do us here. That's pretty cool. 8-3. Just making sure that my phone's not unlocked. My phone's not locked, so I can actually now. Oh, did my timer stop? Damn it! I don't know how long my timer stopped when I went out the app, so that's annoying. I don't know how long we've got left. I think I might have to just put this to another 10 minutes. There you go, I'll put this to 10 minutes. I don't know exactly how long we have left, but that is our church. It's all nicely sorted. So now we've got a new load of quests we can have, because now we have a new church. We also have some other new quests we got. So now we've got contains family, it contains genie, a royal review, a rash of rudeness, book burning, family quest, and the great fishing challenge. Let's go with family. Let's go with book burning. Let's go with book burning. Great bonfires lit up the night sky in Kanto. A heavy-duty, angrily yells from the peasantry fills the air. A great book purge has begun. Seemingly overnight, a large number of lower class had suddenly taken to disposing of books through fire. A practice, though, was frowned upon. The practice was frowned upon by the throne. There may have been some way. There may have to be some way to see the error of their ways. Could a hero rise to save the written word? Okay, so we have two ways of doing this. We have scary stories, but we don't have a bard. And we have literacy program, which needs a monarch. We also could do this with a bard too. But let's do this with a monarch, because we don't have a bard just yet. Well, no one was quite certain of just what caused this book-based outrage. There was a possible situation that would would help everyone involved. The kingdom could find the resources to teach anyone. These peasants could teach these peasants to read. Could teach them the values of books. They might have a difference about. They might think differently about setting them on fire. So they might think about not setting them on fire would be a good thing. So let's do that. It's actually kind of warm in here, so I might have to put my fan on after this episode. Okay. Last night, as Lord Joseph cast one look out of his window, before retiring to his bed, he noticed an odd glow from coming from the forest, and now rumours of a group of peasants who were revealing the joy of burning large quantities of books had reached his ears. It was unsettling to say the least that Lord Joseph the Great would venture out into the forest to see what the trouble was. Alright, so I need to venture out into the forest and see what the trouble is and why people are burning books. But before we do that, my sim is hungry, so let's go and sort that out right now. Let's go and sort out my sim being hungry, because otherwise my sim will be hungry for the entire quest. So let's make some food. You know what? We've got some bear meat in. Let's make some bear soup. Since we have some bear meat, we need to make some bear soup, because we hunted bear in the last episode, and we have a lot of supply of bear meat now. We have 4 chunks of bear, so that's pretty cool. I guess it's kind of cool. So we will cook some bear meat, and then we'll go to the village, go to the forest, and end today's episode in the forest, because I don't know how long we've gone. My timer seems to have stopped, so I'm guessing we might have gone to. I'm guessing we've gone half an hour. I don't know for certain. I shall have to check my files at the end of this episode and see if we've gone half an hour. So I will end today's episode after we've made some food. So let's speed up the whole food making and food eating thing. And then let's go to the forest. Investigate burnings. And let's go. So investigate the burnings. And let's see what's going on. As Lord Joseph stumbled into the clearing, he could already feel the warmth of fire in his face. Many books were now ablaze. Joseph started to wonder at the people assembled, and wondered how they could be so cheerful and so united of the hatred of the written word. As the fire began to burn out, the peasants began to return to the town. Lord Joseph the Great followed them, eager to accost them and demand to know why they were doing this. Okay. So we have some people to talk to about their wanting to burn some books. I'm also lonely for some reason. I need to talk to people. So I need to talk to them. So let's chat with these people. No, does that? My sim is lonely, so let's tell him a joke. Let's chat. Let's get to know them. Let's discuss the state of the kingdom. Discuss artistic works. My sim needs to talk to them about this book burning, and we need to be friends with them before we can stop them from book burning. So that's what I will do, and then we will talk to one of them about book burning. So hopefully we're able to talk to these peasants about their book burning, and we'll see what happens. So we've learnt that Matilda here is greedy. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so we've talked to her. Well, great engravener, we need. I can nae read a thing. So there's. So what is the use of these books to us then? No use. This fire helps us, give us something nice. A nice cookout, and pretty delicious if you ask me. Okay. Right, a new literacy law. That is what we will do in the next episode of The Sims Medieval. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. In today's episode, we finished off sorting out the problem with the rats in the village. We improved the state of the village. We also built a church, and we had a new person run to supply the church. Run to be our new reverend of the church. We'll hopefully do some requests with Sabrina sometime soon, and she is going to be in charge of our church. And in the next episode, I think we might build a bard, and we'll also continue on with this quest. So if you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Answer today's question of the day, which of course is, what do you remember from your childhood? Let me know in the comment section down below some of your memories from the childhood. I remember a lot of things from my childhood, especially playing a lot of Transport Tycoon, because that's just basically what I did, like, all the time. But until next time, I'm JoesphGames, and I am out. See you guys again.